All right, guys. So back to another video. Be reviewing a Bible that I've reviewed before. Now, this one is not the same binding. The last one I had reviewed of this Journal Bible Interleaved edition from Crossway was a True Tone, and it just seemed like it could have been just the one I got. But it just seemed like the binding wasn't wide enough. So, like where the paste down was on each side, seems like it was pulling the text a little bit. And I wasn't planning on keeping it at that time, anyways. I mean, it was for review, and so is this one. But I wasn't going to keep it because I was going to give it to a prison ministry, which I did. Ended up going towards a prisoner in New York with a lot, along with about 150 pounds worth of Bibles. You guys might have seen that video. I'm not sure. Anyways, so that one is kind of, I was kind of disappointed, but I have seen a review of the natural leather version. That looks great. But one that's just as good and might even last a little bit longer, because I've heard a lot of good things by Bible binderies or book binderies about hardback hardback Bibles. But this is an only it's only a 7-point font. Okay. And this is, oh, another thing too, just to say it, the True Tone comes in this really thin paper slip. I wouldn't even call it a case, but just like a outer layer. This actually comes in a really nice hard slip case. So if you want to have that in there, and it's cloth overboard tan, you could do that. This is really, I like this box a lot better than the other one came in. So let's get the Bible out. And as you can see, it's cloth overboard. It's very classy looking. I love to feel those fibers, those materials. I like the way it's done. It's done in a color, in a way that is kind of like, it's timeless. Like you would have saw something like this in the 40s. You would have saw something like this in the 70s. You would have saw it in the 90s. You would have saw it in the 1800s. These color combinations, the way it's done, is something that's timeless. So I like the way they did the cloth overboard with this particular fabric here, and it's actually very nice. When you open it, it is a paste down, just a paper paste down, but it's a very thick and rigid paper. It's got a cream colored paper. You do have little this belongs to, so it's not a big presentation page or multiple presentation pages in the sense of family records and stuff like that, but it does have a presentation page. And then you have your Holy Bible, your presentation page, your second presentation page. As you can see, when I just pull down that, it's going to lay flat out of the box. So this is brand new. And this is the 2016 edition. So what makes this so, this was a 2017. Looks like their 13th printing. I believe that's how it goes. I don't think it's their 26th. So yeah, it'd be their 13th printing of 2017. And the text edition is 2016, which I really like, except for a couple parts in Genesis. And I think you guys probably know which ones I'm talking about. But hopefully they'll do something with that translation, unless that's what I don't know. I don't agree with it, but that's not what this is about. It's okay. That's why you have margins in your Bible to correct what you think might be done wrong. You do have a list of the books of the Bible, introduction, your preface to the ESV. Let me come out a little bit further. I'm trying to come out further. I notice I get too close sometimes. You guys don't get to see the Bible that well. Let's get into the Bible. So it definitely lays flat. What I like about this Bible is you do have all your textual notes down here. And I believe in the New Testament, like in the slim line or the thin line, anytime the New Testament quotes the Old Testament, it's going to give you that reference. But other than that, it's just textual notes. But here's what's awesome about this. It's a 7-point font, but it's very readable. It's good spacing, very readable. But every other page, if you haven't seen the other video, is blank. And this is a really thick, I think it's 40-something GSM paper on a nice, beautiful cream-colored paper. Now, the reason why I've done a couple cuts in this video, so I don't know if I mentioned it, but if I did mention that I think everybody should have one of these, even if you're not an ESV guy. But I would say definitely if you're an ESV guy, or woman, you need one of these, because I think it's very important that we as Christians, as we see as the world drifting away from Orthodox Christianity, we see that a lot of that we should write down our notes, and this should be like an heirloom passed down to our children, and that way they know what we believed and why we believed it. And not only does it help you as a study Bible, your own personal study Bible, but it's going to help those that come after you and realize why mom and dad or grandma and grandpa or great grandma and grandpa believed what they believed. And a lot of those notes could be put in a Bible like this. But it's just very well done. It is a very